Hello, good morning all. So we are going to enter the next important chapter. This is in our textbook, that is about the respiration in organism. Respiration in organisms. Okay. From lower class onwards, we are studying the term respiration. But actually, you don't know what is the correct meaning or definition of this respiration. We know what's respiration and we know what's breathing. And what's in your mind now? The respiration and breathing, these two are exactly same. Actually, these two are different. These two are related but different processes are there. Respiration. Respiration is a process that is taking place inside in our body cells, whereas breathing is taking place with the help of our respiratory system. Or there is a system is there, the system which can allow this process of exchange of gases, taking enough oxygen and giving out of carbon dioxide. This is what is called breathing. Okay, but respiration is not that. The oxygen supplied by the process of breathing is utilized inside in the living cells of body to produce energy. This is the second step of this process called respiration. Okay, so breathing is a simple inhalation and exhalation, whereas respiration is the process that is taking place inside in the body cell. That is the process of release of energy. We know that the body of all living organism, if it is a plant or animal, its body is made up of small brick-like structures called cells. About the cell or the detailed study of the cell that we will get from 8th standard. Okay, so for the construction of a building, we have to arrange the bricks. ഒരു വീട് ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ ഒരു ബിൽഡിംഗ് ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ നമുക്ക് എന്ത് വേണം? ബ്രിക്സ് വേണം, ഇഷ്ടിക വേണം. So we are arranging the bricks in a peculiar way to make the design or structure of this body. Like that, our body is also designed. Okay, the framework of our body, that is by the help of cell. If it is a bone, that is made up of bone cell. If it is a muscle, that is made up of muscle cell. If it is blood, that is made up of blood cell. So the detailed study of this cells in higher classes. So here, why we are using the term cell here in the topic respiration? Because the respiration process that is taking place inside in the body cell. Each and every cell of our body is actively participating in this process of respiration. We know that as a part of nutrition, that is a chapter that we studied in the beginning. At the time of nutrition, our body is absorbing nutrients present in the food. ഫുഡ് കഴിച്ചാൽ അതിൽ ഡൈജഷൻ നടന്ന് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് നമുക്ക് എന്ത് കിട്ടും? ന്യൂട്രിയൻസ് ഉണ്ടാവും. ദിസ് ന്യൂട്രിയൻസ് ആർ അബ്സോർബ്ഡ് ബൈ ദ ബോഡി ഓർ ബ്ലഡ്. And the blood can give this nutrient to each and every part of our body or each and every body cell. Then the blood can give oxygen also to each and every body cell. Then inside in the body cell, oxygen is there and glucose is also there. Glucose is the nutrient. Which type of nutrient? That is the energy giving nutrient present in our food. So glucose and oxygen is there in the body cell. Then the process called respiration, which can produce energy from this glucose. So this is the process taking place inside in the body cell. That is why it is known as a cellular respiration. So what is a cellular respiration? The process of breakdown of food in the cell with the release of energy. A type of burning is that. A type of burning of food or glucose to produce energy. Burning is taking place in the presence of oxygen. Like that, this respiration is also taking place in the presence of oxygen. And cellular respiration taking place inside the cell of all the organisms. So inside in the body cell, the food or glucose is broken down into carbon dioxide and water using oxygen. So what are the products formed here? After respiration, energy is produced. Along with the energy, carbon dioxide is produced and water is also formed. Okay. So there are two types of respiration. One is the aerobic respiration and the other one is anaerobic respiration. In aerobic respiration, the process of breakdown of glucose occurs with the use of oxygen. That is called aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration is taking place in the presence of air or oxygen. Okay, the equation is given here. Glucose is broken down to carbon dioxide plus water plus energy in the presence of air or oxygen. Those organisms, they are adopting this method of respiration, they are called aerobic organism. And it is a major kind of respiration that is taking place in most of the living organisms. Whereas in some cases, in some of the microorganisms such as bacteria, then fungus, etc., they don't want to use air or oxygen for respiration. That is called anaerobic respiration, the respiration that is taking place in the absence of air. Okay, here the glucose is broken down to alcohol plus carbon dioxide plus energy. Okay, instead of water, what is formed there? Alcohol is producing there. And this is a method of respiration that is taking place in some of the lower order organisms. Organisms with a very simple body, they need only very less energy. The amount of energy produced during this anaerobic respiration, that is very less compared to that of the aerobic respiration. So, the alcohol produced during this anaerobic respiration, that is a commercially important product used for the preparation of medicines, sprays, etc. Okay, so yeast is a microorganism commonly using for this anaerobic respiration and also production of alcohol. Then one more anaerobic respiration that is happening occasionally in our muscle cells, muscles of our hand and also muscles of our this leg during heavy exercises such as faster running, cycling, walking, etc. At that time, the demand for energy is very high, but the supply of oxygen is very less to produce this energy. So, because of this less supply of oxygen, the muscle cells start to respire anaerobically to produce energy. As a result of this anaerobic respiration by muscle cell, energy is produced along with the one compound called lactic acid. Lactic acid is also producing. Okay, and this accumulation of lactic acid results in a special kind of paining sensation. This is what is called a muscle cramp. Muscle കയറുക എന്നൊക്കെ പറയാറില്ലേ സാധാരണ. So after heavy exercises, we feel cramps in our body. That is because of the accumulation of lactic acid inside in our muscle cell because of anaerobic respiration of our muscle cell. This lactic acid accumulation causes cramps. So after taking some rest or one hot water massage, we will get relief from this muscle cramp. Because the hot water massage or bathing or resting, which will improve the blood circulation in our body. As a result of this increased blood circulation, the oxygen is also reaching to the needy areas. In the presence of oxygen again, the lactic acid is decomposed to carbon dioxide and water. So that's all about the first part. The remaining part we will discuss in the next class. Okay.